If you want to escape the financial rat race, then listen up. We got some secrets for you.
Right, because by the end of this video, we're going to tell you exactly why you continue to live paycheck to paycheck, and it's really not even your fault.
Yeah, it's actually simple. Let's pull up a diagram on the screen so you can see exactly why you are indoctrinated into this system, family. All right, so W-2 employees out there, listen to me because I'm talking to you. The very first thing that we're going to put on the screen is, let's say you have an earned income, meaning you are trading time for money and you make, let's call it $150,000 a year. Right? If that's you, you make $150,000 a year, you make good money, right? We ballin'. Maybe not.
Because it's on paper. You make good money on paper. What we're talking about is you need to actually bring that home. Doesn't matter unless it hits your household. And a lot of times that income never hits your household.
No.
And it starts at a very young age. Carmen mentioned that we're indoctrinated into this system. The system that we're indoctrinated in is if you go to school and make good grades, then you'll be able to get a good job. Mm-hmm. Well, that good job means that you're working for somebody else.
And you will never make your worth, right? As long as somebody is paying you a check, you will never make your worth. So let's go to the next step on this. If I make $150,000 a year, guess what the next step is? Now I got to pay some taxes, right? Some taxes is going to come out of my payroll. The very next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have some payroll deductions, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe I have some retirement, maybe I have some health care, some other things, some other benefits that I have in there, right? That's going to take money out. And then the very next thing that happens is your expenses. Where are you in any of that, family?
At the very bottom.
I didn't see you on the screen yet. We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah,
you see it on the screen?
Yeah, because we hadn't even gone to savings yet.
No, we haven't.
So in that scenario, yes, a lot of people say, oh yeah, I have a 401k.
I have benefits. I got health insurance.
Yes, that's very important. Very important to give somebody else your money to make investments into something that, because you can't. But the idea, the idea here isn't to throw jabs. Yeah. I promise you it's not to just throw jabs. It's to impress upon you the gravity of the situation that we put ourselves in, and then we complain about it. Mm-hmm. What we have to do is we have to take action and put ourselves in a different position to where we aren't at the bottom. The problem is our savings is the very last thing we do after we paid all our expenses. Yeah. And if everybody else has gotten paid first, then what's the point? Who are you working for?
That's a question you need to be asking yourself. So I'm going to go through the diagram one more time to make sure we're all on the same page. You make $150,000. The first thing that happens is taxes is going to come out of your paycheck. Then you got to pay some payroll deductions. And the next thing is you're going to pay all of your expenses. And you are nowhere in any of this equation, which is why you continue to live check to check, or why you continue to get to December and wonder why I don't have any money and why I have to finance all of my Christmas purchases, right? Is because there was never any money to begin with.
Right. All those things that Carmen mentioned are automatic. The only thing we have to be intentional about, or that's very manual, is how much we save. Mm-hmm. And because it's so manual, a lot of times it doesn't get done because everybody else's hand is already in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. So like we always say on the Wealth Nation channel, we need to flip the script. We're going to shake the screen a little bit. We got to shake things up and we got to figure out how are we going to get out of this system. This system was created not for you, family. So now we need to create a system for you with intention. And as we say all the time on the channel, is you need to pay yourself first. Who's working here, right? Mm-hmm. Who's worthy of the wage, as we know in some instances. And before we pay our expenses, we'll put the diagram up on the screen. You need to pay yourself before you pay any of your expenses, because you need to make sure that you get fed before your expenses do, since we already know taxes and your payroll deductions are automatic.
Right. And in order to do this, we have to approach it just like weight loss. It took us 50 years or whatever your age is to get to this point. It's going to take you the same amount of time to get out of it. Just like when you're losing weight, you got to give yourself the same amount of time to lose that weight that it took you to put on weight. We have to give ourselves time to change our mindset, to prioritize our savings so that we can use that savings to create cash flow and generate other sources of income. That's passive income. That's a cash flow engine, rather than us paying somebody else's system.
And the other thing to take into consideration, family, is if we look back on the screen, if you look at your expenses and we have no savings, the other reason why we continue to fall back and further into the system is because if we don't have the liquidity or the cash on hand, we will always fall into debt. We will always need third-party financing to pay for our lifestyle because we don't have the cash to do so. So that's why it looks like, hey, bank, I need you to pay for my house because I don't have the cash to do so. Hey, bank, I need you to pay for my car because I don't have the ready cash to do so, because look back on this graph, there was nowhere earmarked in here for me.
Right, right. And I'm glad that you say that, because there's no protection for the person that needs the funds.
Yes.
Because if you don't pay your bills, then they'll turn it off. Or if you don't pay your loans back, they'll repossess your car, and then you'll have bad credit and won't be able to get another loan. The entity in which you're getting that money from, they'll just charge it off and get a tax deduction.
Mm-hmm.
So where's your protection in the scenario?
Mm-hmm.
You have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself through savings. You have to protect yourself through insurance. You have to protect yourself through a mindset shift that's going to support the growth of your system over everybody else's.
I'm so glad that you're going to say that. And also some tough love here, family. I'm saying this because I love you. Go get more money.
Right.
Right? Because no corporation, like we said before, is ever going to pay you your worth. So if you're settling for a certain amount, it's because you're choosing this salary. So I can already see the people in the comments are going to say, well, Carmen, but what if I don't have any money at the end of the day? It's because you're choosing it. Nobody told you that you have to keep the salary. Go get a side hustle. Go figure things out. We're not saying that you have to be an entrepreneur, but we're saying go get more money. Stop settling for whatever people are giving you, because that's never your worth. The reason why you're continuing to fall behind the 8 ball, live check to check, is because the salary that you are choosing, and that is never okay. Go get the lifestyle that you know and you deserve.
Right. And the one thing we have in the United States is choice. We have so many choices to choose from, and everything that we receive is a decision that we've made, that we've agreed upon, that we've signed on a contract, maybe verbally, maybe physically, or maybe just through a head nod. Mm-hmm. But we've made a choice to get the lifestyle that we want, and we have the ability in the United States to change that based on the decisions that we make for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And personal story for me, when I worked in corporate America, I changed my job every 12 to 18 months because I realized that I got so much value, and I was like, I know I'm worth much more, so I'm gonna go find the next person who's gonna pay me more money. So it's not that I can't relate to you guys, it's because I chose not to accept the salary that was being paid to me because I knew what my value was. And once I got to a certain point and knew that I couldn't get more, I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to create more money for myself.
And me personally, I was actually satisfied. I was really satisfied. But after looking at the numbers and the support that I got from my wife, she was like, you know what, we can do this on our a little better.
Baby. We can do better.
But the thing is, that came from the environment that I was in, or that I came from, where I had already surpassed the ideas that I had for myself. And it wasn't until being exposed to other individuals and being married into a situation in a family that are business owners, and I saw something different.
Mm-hmm. So going back to this financial system that we're all a part of, where are you in this system? How are you playing the system for yourself, or how are you playing the system for others who are going to get more of your money? So just remember, if you look up every single day and you wonder where is the money, it's because you're literally giving it away to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And if you are ready to make a change, then click on the link below. We would love to support you and figure out how we can help you create more cash flow and create a system with intention to get you out of this financial rat race.
Right, and if you want more videos just like this one, check out our next video.
And remember to own your own lifestyle.
Or someone else will.